it a comeback, Week 8's college football uniforms have been here for years. UNC Pembroke, the only four-year institution founded by American Indians for American Indians, is shelving its traditional coloring and matching the gold of the Lumbee tribe of North Carolina.
And the tribal chairman, Mr. Harvey Godwin Jr. Please join us in thanking Chairman Godwin and the Tribal Council for all that they do for the university and our surrounding communities.
As a tribal member, I feel that that event put the college and the tribe back on where they need to be, working together as one individual effort to support each other. I think those are the roads that from here on out we need to do with the university. For so long it's been the tribe and then the university, when it should be, we should be together.
The UNCP Braves football team wrapped up their home schedule this past week when they hosted Carson Newman last Saturday on Senior Day. The Braves kept the game tight, but the Eagles pulled away late as they defeated the Braves 34-13. With the loss, the Braves fell to 2-7 on the season, but head coach Shane Richardson felt this game was a vast improvement from the prior week against Mars Hill.
Yeah, I think the energy and the enthusiasm that our team played with was really good. It was apparent on the sideline. It was very visible. You could hear it, you could see it, you can feel it during the game. You know, good things would be happening. There was a lot of good stuff that was being said and encouraged. Even when things wasn't so good, you know, there were a lot of really good things that were being communicated. So really liked the team's energy. That was really good to see. And then you know, I thought guys competed hard. I thought we really played hard. I thought you know, going against that offense, the defense, they put forth a really good effort. And I really thought that our guys really gave it a good run there. And, things didn't start to unravel there until whatever, just under 6 minutes left. And, that was good to see that our guys really held in there. And, like you say, I mean, when you go back and look, Carson Newman was a really good team this year, actually. And record was good. They played a lot of really good teams that they beat and that they played very well, and they had a strong case to even kind of be down in the wire in terms of the playoff talk. And so that was good to see our team be able to just face someone like that, and to be able to kind of go as deep in the game as we did with them.
In addition to a better energy surrounding the team, Richardson thought the team executed better in crucial situations.
It was a lot of that, what I just talked about, with the energy and the enthusiasm and the competitive spirit. And it was also, it takes more execution, more discipline, more leadership on the field, more confidence to go out there and do our jobs, really in any situation at any given moment, more consistency, and so there's some ingredients that we need to have at all times. And so while energy and enthusiasm and the competitive spirit are very monumental in terms of trying to go into a game and be successful, so are other things. And so that was definitely the message that guys need to know, that hey, there's still more left out there, and there were still plays that we left out on the field that we certainly maybe wanted to get back or could have done better. And we've got to improve those in order to be able to win games like that.
One big key in the game for the Braves was their offensive line. The Braves averaged just over 4 yards per rush with an offensive line that was comprised of sophomores and freshmen.
I think Carson Newman's defensive line is traditionally very good, and they are good this year. And I thought our guys, they held up well and did some really good things. They brought a lot of pressure, and so obviously we had to try to do our best to pick that up. But for the most part, I tried to keep an eye on our protection, and thought we did a really, really good job up front. And those young guys are continue to learn and grow each week. I think it's something where until you really step back and think about it, and in terms of how young they are, how thin they are right now, they're doing a really good job for us.
The game was also senior day for the Braves, as they had the opportunity to see off 6 seniors in their final home game of the year.
Yeah, they've been guys that have really played hard this year, and they've cared about their teammates. And I think you've got 2 5-year guys in Tyler Hinton and Josh Manns. You've got 2 4-year guys in Nate London and Tajay Lyles. And then you've got Justin Davis and Devontae Gamble, who are 3-year guys. And, those guys have been in the program, and they know what we do, how we do it. And, it was good to see that, they all kind of went through the program, and they all matured, and they continued to grow and develop in different areas. And, I think all of them tried to go out there on Saturday and try to leave it out on the field and try to give their best. Navante was injured, and so he wasn't able to play in the game, but we're hoping that he's able to come back this week and finish up against Catawba.
With the Braves' home schedule now complete, they will head to Catawba in a makeup of a game that was canceled due to Hurricane Florence. Although Catawba has a losing record for the season, Richardson knows they are a team the Braves could not take lightly.
Yeah, I think we can't underestimate them, and I think they're always tough, and they're definitely a team that is going to be hungry to play us, and offensively I think they can be very dangerous, and I think very similar to us, in terms of record-wise. I mean, they probably were expecting a little better of a year, and I think that they're very capable of probably winning some more of those games that they were in. And, I think it's going to be a good competitive contest, and we expect to get their best shot. And, I think it's something where our guys will be up for them as well, and I think we're ready to go out this season with trying to get on the winning track here and build some momentum going into the off season for some of our guys coming back.
Not only is it nice for the Braves to make up a canceled game, but it's just another opportunity for more in-game reps and experience for some of the younger guys on the team.
I think for a lot of our younger guys, there's no replacement for experience, and they just need the reps. They need to go out there, they need to play football, and they need to see it in live game action. And, you know, to be able to prolong the season here gets us one more week that, you know, we would have otherwise been packing up things. And, you know, so I'm excited that our guys get to, you know, get one more week of preparation and going through our schemes and techniques and all the things that we try to do to learn and develop year round. And so they get to go out there and put it into practice and put it into play on Saturday. And so we're hoping that it comes out favorably for us.
Braves Wrestling hosted the 38th Annual Pembroke Classic last Sunday, and UNCP had a very solid showing against a very strong field. Sophomore Jonathan Miller had a perfect run through the 141-pound bracket, while 7 other Braves reached the podium as well. In all, head coach O.T. Johnson was very pleased with his team's performance.
Definitely an event that predates myself. For 38 years now, the university has been hosting the Pembroke Classic, and to continue to carry that event along is a privilege and an honor. And I think our guys got a lot out of it from a experience standpoint and from a legitimacy standpoint. There were a lot of tough teams there. Not only were there other Division II wrestlers there, but there were a ton of Division I wrestlers from all over the ACC that were in attendance, and it gave us an opportunity for 2 weeks in a row now to be able to see high caliber of competition for our guys to be able to test themselves as we start to see what we have as our season starts to really get cranking here. So again, Pembroke Classic, an event that's been around for a long time. It gives our guys a chance, 1, to sleep in their own beds, and 2, to wrestle some good competition, and we're super pleased about the ways they perform, especially from last weekend. A lot of guys responded really well to the competition and didn't let lows get them too low, which at least from my perspective, I thought we had a lot of lows last weekend, and the guys did a great job with their response as far as coming out here, training all week last week, and really trying to put last week in the past and compete as hard as they could, and the results were what they were. But at the same time, we were pleased with the results. And again, we have another opportunity to go back to the drawing board and fix some things as we have a really awesome, tough weekend ahead of us.
The showing for the Braves wrestling squad was a vast improvement over the team's performance the prior week in the Hokie Open, according to Johnson. He was happy to see all the hard work in practice and watching tape had immediate dividends.
Just consistency. I think with us, even though we have some experienced guys, there's some consistency issues that we still need to work on. Guys believing in what they are good at, and knowing that if you stay with it long enough, it's going to work. You just have to, 1, train in that position or in those positions long enough to, 1, have confidence that the things that you're working on in practice are going to work when you get out in competition. And for the young guys, I think confidence. Confidence that, 1, they belong at this level, and 2, that it's just a matter of who's going to have the best mindset. And I think with the young guys, it has a lot to do with them being unsure a little bit, but I think when they go back and watch film, they can look at those positions that they're hopefully they're thinking like, man, I should have had that. So not necessarily wrestling, but being able to see it from a different perspective on film, the things that we're telling them that, hey, this is there for you to go get. So just go get it. I think confidence, consistency is a huge lesson. We're trying to get the guys to understand that it's a young season, but don't be so gung-shy to pull the trigger when it's time to take a shot or get an escape. Or if you see a guy in a vulnerable position, try to put him down and get off the mat so you can, 1, gain a little bit more confidence in yourself, and 2, let that guy know the next time he sees you, the same thing is there for the happening, and you're going to make it happen to him.
One thing Johnson likes about the early schedule for the Braves is the caliber of opponent UNCP gets to face. The Braves have had the chance to wrestle against a multitude of Division I opponents, which Johnson believes provides great experience early on for the squad.
Well, when we recruit a lot of these kids, all our kids actually, we let them know that, yeah, we're not Division I, but we put together a pretty potent schedule especially in the beginning, to prepare our guys, one, for the idea that, hey, you can compete with these guys. You know, if you're a guy that had Division I aspirations, and you know those aspirations weren't able to be fulfilled, and you end up here, you know, that's not going to be a knock on you. It's just, you know, just an opportunity to hopefully get out there and compete against. And we were super privileged to have the opportunity to wrestle NC State, for them to give us that opportunity now for the 5th year, I believe, to go up there and wrestle in the Wolfpack duels. And every year, the last 3 years, we've wrestled at least 2 Division I teams. This year, we get an opportunity to wrestle NC State and Davidson, and obviously NAIA opponent Reinhardt. So, last year after that event, we got blanked by the Wolfpack, and as a staff, we were, you know, kind of in a frenzy about how bad we were. But then come to find out later in the season, you know, those guys were able to blank multiple other Division I programs. So it kind of put things in perspective for us that hey, this is what we signed up for. This is what our guys signed up for, and it's just an early test. And I think our guys enjoy it. You know, to be able to perform in a venue like that they have in NC State, it's awesome, and it gives our guys that excitement to be in that venue competing and competing against a team, a Division I trophy team that just made history, you know, last March. So hopefully our guys can go in there again with the same mindset, and this time we're going to go out there to compete hard, and we're hoping they give us their best. And I don't think there's any question there. They always do, and we're going to go out there and try to, you know, prove that we want to be in that event and just enjoy the opportunity that they afford to us. Make sure you guys come out. I know it's going to be winter break, but you can check it out on the website, uncpbraves.com. We have a home duel December 19th against Belmont Abbey. That's our legacy day. We're looking forward to seeing a lot of people that are in town come and checking that duel out. And again, like I say, if you're not in town, check it out on the website, and you know, continue to follow our guys on the road. It's 2018. Technology is a great thing, so log on different schools' website and all those good things. So thank you guys, and Brave Tough.
UNCP men's cross country captured the 2018 Peach Belt Championship, led by 2 Kenyan frontrunners, freshman Josh Chepkesir and sophomore Silas Kipkowicz. Chepkesir took the individual title here in his debut season after Kipkowicz did the same last year. The two have been in the front of the pack together all season, often alone.
For us, we race, we just started and then caught that way to realize, oh, we are alone. You see? So that bring up the conversation, and I was like telling him, oh, it seems we are by ourselves. Have we lost, or what is wrong? Because we were not seeing anybody behind us.
They weren't lost. They were on their way to breaking the 8K school record in the Bobcat Invitational on October 20th. Chepkesir and Kipkowicz dominated the competition ahead of the rest of the field by nearly a full minute.
We ran the first mile with 4:40, which was very fast. And then we were not targeting to break the school record, but we were just running like a tempo run. But after some time, we realized that we have run, and then we make the school record. But it was very good. Yeah, I think what made us to break the school record is that we were running with Islas, and as we are running with the Silas, it was just like something which is keeping us, and you cannot have that we are running very fast because we were two.
The pair is used to being together in the front of the pack, along with teammate Logan Ward, who's also regular near the top. But Kipkowicz, the 2018 PBC Runner of the Year and last season's individual champ, hasn't always had his sights set on being an elite long-distance runner. In fact, he didn't start pursuing the sport until after high school.
While I was even in my high school, running didn't come across my mind. I used to play volleyball. I used to be good in volleyball. I wasn't running. I started running just after high school, and I realized, oh, I'm good in running, and that is why I started running. So running actually started after high school.
Kipkowicz helped Ormsby bring the 2018 PBC champion Chepkesir to Pembroke, thanks to their connections in Kenya.
The way I came to know him is we have he has a brother in Kentucky. He's going to Kentucky University. And he was the one telling me that I have my brother who's running well in Kenya. And from that point, I talked to my coach, and coach was like, oh, let's try an interview. Let's give him a chance, do him like a time trial. If he ran well, then we will consider him in Pembroke.
Obviously, as you get one, there's then interest from a lot more internationals to come in. So Silas and I would have daily or almost daily conversations of, well, what about this one? And how about this guy? So we would compare notes about everything and compare videos and everything else. So it's a fun thing, and I know Silas is excited to have a countryman here that can push him in practice, and Josh is the same way. I think they feed off each other, but I think in the grand scheme of things, they're just as excited to watch Logan and the twins and everybody else behind them develop into the athletes that they know they can be. So it's not just two and done, it's really the formation of a full team.
Unselfishly, together, the two Kenyan stars' ultimate goal is to bring the UNCP cross-country program to historic heights.
So our goal actually is at least to pick the name of Pembroke up through running. That is at least to make Pembroke known. So that is our goal.
This weekend, the men's and women's cross-country teams for the Braves run in the NCAA Regional Championships in Gainesville, Georgia.
UNCP women's basketball kicked off their home schedule at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court on Tuesday evening. The Braves took on the Lenore Rhine Bears and ultimately fell 63-58. In the defeat, Melanie Horn dropped a team-high 15 points, while Deja McCain pulled in a game-high 8 rebounds. The Braves will now take a short hiatus before heading on the road to take on Fayetteville State next Tuesday. Looking to improve, McCain the jumper off the back iron and home. UNCP to within 1. In the home opener for UNCP this year, Melanie Horn turnaround jumper, soft touch rolls in. And the Braves have a shot to take the lead here. Three ball for Horn, takes the lead! UNCP men's basketball continues their road swing to start the season tonight. After taking on Barton last evening, the Braves will wrap up the Pickle Classic tonight against Mount Olive. The Braves began their season 1 week ago with wins over Newberry and Catawba, and head coach Ben Miller liked what he saw in those wins.
I think everybody's improved. I think some of the games were a little unusual for, say, Carson Mounts. You know, he had 10 points against Catawba, but it was tough matchups for him in the Newberry game. So I do think, you know, the Catawba game and Newberry, everybody made contributions. And obviously JB made some really big plays down the stretch, but there were a lot of other plays that put us in position